Hello everyone! Today I'm here with a battle report, picture report of a casual meetup I had a short while ago. It was for Warhammer Underworlds. Uh, well, it was the first time I would actually play a physical person apart from home games with Nashi since COVID hit in 2020, and ironically that was an undergrounds tournament as well. Well, that was a tournament, this was just some casual gaming. Which I then attended in the playground and which will be in the far future be in a throwback Thursday. But at that tournament I met a guy named Peter, and he has been doing his best the past years to keep the community in Antwerp interested in the game. So with real life settled down at least a little, I finally managed to attend, and so off I went to the Outpost, which is the place where I always go to play my magic. Well, always also relevant. But last time I played Season 3 was just out, and I'm going tonight with Morgwaeth's Blade-coven and her standard Rivals format deck. I never really played her, but the Rivals format for me is ideal for the very occasional times I can play. No deck build tinkering, just straight out of the box, and tonight I wanted to go first and foremost get up to speed with the things that changed in the game. So the only thing I made sure with the current new rulings and all was that I took along legal boards. Though I have been reading about stagger hexes, plunder tokens, those things weren't around last time I played. So I expected a big loss for tonight as I had to relearn the game, so let's see how it went. We were at 5 that evening. Peter and Walter and I met a set tournament before, as well as the brothers Philip and Vincent. I sat down for a freshen up game against Philip, who brought with him the Headman Curse warband. So, very old warband against a sparkling brand new one. We placed the boards and deployed, and off we went for what would turn out a very bloody, well, as far as ghosts can bleed, affair. Not to say, the first turn saw me looking at a 4-8 deficit. It had always been a very heavy smashing affair with two of my ladies, Lettier and Camis, taken down versus his better of the block. So that included Camis running a near suicide attack. But yeah, she's actually the you always have that one figure in the band that you can just sacrifice, and well, that's Camis. Nothing to do about that one. The second turn saw a change of fortune, because while Kyrie was taken down, which would result in the return of the better of the block, unfortunately, Morgwaeth, standing on objective, began to be very powered up and wreaking havoc. In a 3 activation duel, she took down the very scary wielder of the blade to a single wound, and surviving herself, putting it at the end of the round at a score of 8 against 10. So it was getting close in the final turn, but Philip got the final turn and his wielder of the blade of course attacked, but Morgwaeth managed to dodge and, well, in return take the big guy down. In her next activation she also dispatched the better of the block again. Before, after dodging no less than 4 ranged attacks, an upgrade caused him to be able to fire twice per attack. Due to her, let's say, flashing her assets at the scripture of the sentence, she was taken down by his 5th shot. So Kirsa managed to take down the sharpener of the blade in the final activation, denying Philip a heap of glory, just like I lost out on quite some points due to Morgwaeth's demise. But the final score came down to 11-13 for the Headman Curse, with only Kirsa and the scripture of the sentence left on the board. So there was a very fun but also very intense battle. Surely the ladies are indeed a very decent glass cannon, as I managed to dodge way above average, or I would have been a whole different story. But a tool up Morgwaeth is something not to be scoffed. At her duel at one moment with the blade wielder, she was inspired, rolling 3 attack dice when on an objective, with 1 dice to reroll, a chance for extra attacks in the pushback phase, and she would explode, causing a wound when she's taken out. So that's not bad for a frail little hack queen. Well, and that was basically the game. There were some other games played, of course, that evening. I got some pictures of them as well. Peter's Grimwatch, Water's Dominant, and Stormcoven, and Vincent's Exile did play a 3-way battle, and when that also ended, Peter, who would now take control of Dominant and Stormcoven, played against Philip, who, well, took his Black Powder Buccaneers. It was a good evening out. I was glad to be able to play again after all those years at staring at figures and not fielding them. I will definitely be joining them again at their weekly meetings, though not all the time. I'll see if I can go like once a month or something. And there are talks that they might plan a tournament somewhere in November, and I'll see if I can attend that, even though November is already slowly filling up on the agenda. Lots of things to do with little guy and everything, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this was fun, and I must say, Underworlds, it still remains one of Games Workshop's most enjoyable games. So thanks for listening, and see you next time. Bye bye.